We're now going to discuss the distributive property. So let's say we have this over here. Now, if we're going to actually do this problem, we could see that 3 plus 7 is 10, and 5 times 10 is 50. So the answer is 50. Another way of doing it, though, is when you have a number and it's right next to a bracket, in math, when there's nothing in between a number and a bracket, that's a multiplication. And the way we multiply is you multiply it once per term in the bracket. And so what you have here is you have 5 times 3, which is 15, and 5 times 7, which is 35, and 15 plus 35 is 50, which gives us the same answer that we had over there. So now let's do it with an actual algebraic expression. So we multiply these guys in, and we get 5 times 3. So the way we multiply 5 times 3x is you multiply the coefficients and then multiply the variables. 5 times 3 is 15, and no x times an x is just only one x in total. So that gives us 15x. And then we go, each arrow represents a multiplication. 5 times 2 is plus 10, and that's the answer. The answer is plus 10. Okay, let's do this one over here. I think I left a bit too much space for it, but that's okay. So the 8 is next to the bracket, which means it multiplies. 8 times 3x is 24x. 8 times negative 5 is negative 40. That's it for that. Ah, yes, I wanted more space for this one. Okay, so we're going to do this in two different ways. So the first, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by, I'm going to write this out twice. So we're going to start off by multiplying the entire minus 3 into the bracket. And what do we get? We get minus 3 times 2x is minus 6x, and negative 3 times negative 6 is plus 18. And that's the answer. Now another way of doing it would have been just to multiply the 3 into the bracket and to leave the negative outside. So in this case, we would get minus, the 3 goes in the bracket, and we get 6x minus 18. And now there's a negative in front of the bracket, so and we get rid of the bracket, we switch the signs of everything inside of it. So the 6x becomes a minus 6x, and the negative 18 becomes a positive 18. And notice you get the same answer either way, so you can do whichever way makes you happier. Example 5. So here we're going to multiply the x into both of these. And x times x is, some people say it's 2x, but x times x is actually x squared. And then x times 7 is going to be, so first of all, the number, it's kind of like there's an invisible numbers are pink. There's an invisible 1 over there. So it's really 1 times 7. So the number ends up being 7. And then we just have an x. That's what we have. Multiply the w into both of those. W times 5w. So 1 times 5 is 5. W times w is w squared. And w times negative 3 is negative 3w.